Before the rise of nations, a dark chapter of human history unfolded. Picture a time when giants roamed the earth, not in fairy tales, but in the flesh. These were not just giant brutes. They were the offspring of fallen angels, known as the Nephilim. Their very existence was a rebellion against God, a manipulation of His creation. In a world on the brink of chaos, the stage was set for a battle unlike anything you've ever imagined. A cosmic war between God and these beings. A conflict that echoes through history and still holds secrets waiting to be uncovered. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, kindly do so and share this video with your friends and family. The war between God and the giants was more than a clash of flesh and bone. It was a battle of cosmic order, a contest for the very fabric of existence. The Nephilim, born from the union of heaven's rebellion and earth's mortality, were more than just physical titans. They represented defiance, a twisted mockery of God's perfect creation. Their presence threatened to destroy the balance between the divine and human, between perfection and chaos. This period brought about a divine intervention. The flood, meant to cleanse the earth, was not just an act of judgment. It was a reset, a desperate measure to stem the tide of corruption. But even after the waters receded, the scars of that war were left on the earth, etched into the souls of humanity. Like waves crashing against the shores of history, the consequences of the presence of the giants have echoed through the ages. Every moment of corruption, every rebellion against divine order, carries the shadow of that ancient struggle. The giants may have been destroyed, but their influence lingered in the hearts of men. The hunger for power, the desire for forbidden knowledge, the desire to become more than mortal. From the ancient empires that sought to become gods, to the modern age's obsession to systematically rule the world, the war between God and the giants still pulses beneath the surface of time, shaping who we are and what we seek. The story of the Nephilims is so relevant because it did not only call God's attention. The devil also interfered, leading to the lifelong cosmic war. The enemy, the ultimate rebel, saw in the Nephilim an opportunity to unleash a spirit of defiance that would persist through the ages. Even after the physical giants were destroyed, Satan worked tirelessly to keep that rebellion alive. He has rewritten the story of the Nephilim in countless cultures, twisting their legacy to push his agenda of rebellion against God. Throughout history, myths of giants, demigods, and ancient heroes have appeared in nearly every civilization. From the titans of Greek mythology to the Norse giants in the tales of Ragnarok, these stories mirror the biblical Nephilim, but with a twist. Instead of portraying these beings as rebellious and corrupt, many cultures glorified them, presenting them as noble, powerful, even godlike figures who defied the heavens and achieved greatness. The Bible stands as the foundation for understanding this cosmic war, giving us glimpses into a conflict most of us have overlooked. In Genesis 6, we read of the sons of God who came down to earth and took human wives, leading to the birth of the Nephilim, the giants who filled the land with violence. Their existence was so corrupt, so opposed to God's design, that it prompted the Great Flood, a divine reset of creation itself. The Bible makes it clear, these beings were not just myth, but a very real threat to the divine order. Beyond the scriptures, other ancient writings have sought to confirm or deny this narrative. The Book of Enoch, for example, offers detailed descriptions of the fallen angels and their rebellious acts. While it's not part of the canonical Bible, it provides a backdrop to the period of imbalance, an attempt to make sense of what lies between the lines of Scripture. In the New Testament, we see the echoes of this war continue. The apostles mention the rebellious angels who are chained in darkness until judgment. They point back to that ancient rebellion, showing that the consequences of the conflict still resound. Paul, in his letters, reminds believers that our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, authorities, and powers of this dark world. Ephesians 6, verse 12. The Bible condemns the worship of false gods and the pursuit of knowledge or power that leads to self-exaltation, which the giants symbolized. The Nephilim were a physical manifestation of humanity's desire to transcend its moral standards and become more than human, just as Eve was tempted to be like God in the garden. Scripture draws a line, but the core truth remains. The cosmic war was, and is, about the preservation of God's created order against any force, giant or angelic, that seeks to overthrow it. The Bible does more than recount this cosmic war. It provides the framework to understand the ongoing spiritual battle today. The giants may have fallen, but the war for the human heart continues, from the days of Noah to now, as we struggle with the same temptations of pride, rebellion, power, and the quest for pleasure that once brought giants into the world. It's as if their essence, their defiance, seeped into the very heart of human history. Though their physical forms were wiped out in the flood, their spirit of rebellion lived on. We see traces of it in every civilization that rose with dreams of empire, and every ruler who sought to elevate themselves as gods. The Nephilim may have vanished, but the desire they represented, to defy God's order and reshape creation, remains a recurring theme throughout the ages. As humanity rebuilt after the flood, the scars of that cosmic war were hidden, but not forgotten. The Old Testament recounts battles with remnants of these giants, like the Anakim and Rephaim. Even Israel, God's chosen people, had to face these remnants of rebellion during their conquest of the Promised Land. But what makes this story compelling is not just the physical battles against these descendants. It's the spiritual struggle that underlies every encounter. Fast forward to today, and the influence of that ancient war is still present, though it's no longer the giants we face. Instead, it's the pervasive spirit of rebellion, the modern ideologies that reject divine truth in favor of human dominance. From the rise of empires and dictatorships to the subtle ways in which people place themselves at the center of existence, the same forces that drove the Nephilim still work within our world, shaping how we live, think, and strive for power. The Bible teaches us that this cosmic war will reach its climax in the end times. Revelation unveils a final battle where the forces of rebellion, those same spiritual powers that first manifested in the giants, will gather for one last attempt to overthrow God's rule. The Battle of Armageddon will not be fought by giants of flesh, but by giants of spirit, powers, principalities, and ideologies that stand in direct opposition to God's kingdom. And just as in the days of Noah, God will act decisively to restore order. But what does this mean for us today? The story of the Nephilim and the cosmic war serves as a reminder that our battle is not just with the physical world. Every act of rebellion, every choice to reject God's will, is a continuation of the ancient struggle. The war is no longer fought with swords and giants, but with the choices we make every day, the temptations we face, and the forces of deception that surround us. The giants may have fallen, but their legacy remains. And as we stand in the midst of this ongoing spiritual war, the question is, which side will we choose? Will we fall into the same prideful rebellion that brought the giants into the world? Or will we stand with God, trusting in His order and His design for creation? The echoes of that cosmic war are all around us, in every corner of human history, in every temptation to elevate ourselves above our Creator. The remnants of that ancient rebellion resurface. But the Bible offers hope. God's ultimate victory is assured. The giants fell before, and the powers they represent will fall again. The question is whether we will recognize the battle we're in, or let the shadows of those ancient giants shape our future. So, as you go about your life, remember this: the war between God and the giants is more than just an ancient myth. It's a spiritual reality that touches every part of our world today. Will you choose rebellion, or will you choose God's path, aligning yourself with His victory? I hope this video blessed you as much as it blessed me. Please like and subscribe to the channel to be the first to watch our new videos. God bless you as you share this video.